Okay, we are here at the Great Pyramid, about to go inside.
But if you realize, when we are going out, that they were going to their way perfectly. Even when they slightly moved off center a little bit, they made the curve to meet this point, because they could go deeper. So they're gonna go that way, outside. No, they made it perfect. So, did they have a map? Or this was already made before the emperor, and this is all like that story is the reproduction to an older story.
So we are now on our way down to the subterranean chamber.
Even with
we go up to the Grand Gallery and then the Queen's Chamber. We'll just look at the Queen's Chamber here. I mean, back in there, looks like heat damage. You can see kind of like rivulets. It's almost like molten, but then it's all blackened all the way up, especially back there where you have all these little rivulets. We're in the King's Chamber in the Great Pyramid. This is a rose granite box that is extremely interesting. It's not a sarcophagus.
And what is the purpose of this thing? What discovery did you make today?
Well, the discovery that we made today, we have the 3 holes on the backside, evenly spaced apart. They're not on the front side. This is completely flat here on the backside, while we have this lip that goes all the way around here. We don't know why it was built like that, of course, but very interesting that this is flat like that and does not have the lip like the other side. It basically suggests that there was no lid that was placed straight down. That something was more looking down at the Grand Gallery. Just, Jen is over here. So Jen, real quick, there she is. Even she was saying she feels like she's in a factory, and yeah, really, I don't know about power plant, which is Christopher Dunn's idea, but definitely some sort of factory. To me, the Queen's Chamber just like epitomizes that. But even in the King's Chamber over here, the rose granite has been turned black. You have marks up on the ceiling from some sort of chemical reaction that was going on in there that made those marks, and it looks like the box is nicely lined up with that. And then of course you have big resonance chambers like this.
This is a very strange block. It's a block of 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why they design a block with 8 sides, like a puzzle shape, and it's surrounded by 6 blocks? And why we don't see 2 blocks are the same? We don't have any twin blocks here. Every block is different design from the other. Why they made this? They say this is interlocking design. Okay, good. Why? They say to resist the vibrations from earthquakes. Do we have earthquakes in Egypt? No. In the last 2,000 years, we have only 3 earthquakes. But the word vibrations is perfect. But not from earthquakes. From what?
Machine.
From the machine.
There we're at the backside of the Great Pyramid.
So that is the case. Location, alignment, design, material. If you mess with any of these, the place will lose function. The edge. Okay, come on, Will. So let's try to find the second side of this stone. Can you see any cut? Do you see any cut? Do you? Yes or no? Okay. Not yet? One stone. Here is the cut. Dr. David, this is one block, my friends. This is one stone. How tall? We talk about 12 meters.
How is this in comparison to the Trilithon at Baalbek?
The one in Baalbek is bigger.
Same thing here in the second pyramid. So apparently this was a feature for these pyramids, but you don't see it in other sarcophagi from around Egypt, which means these are not sarcophagi. Okay, here we are back at the mid-pyramid.
They deliberately bend the angle at that level. We used to call unknown reason, but now we know, because they wanted to have certain effect or certain function happening inside.
Going backwards into the shaft of the mid-pyramid. It's the second time I've done this, and I will tell you, Stairmaster. Stairmaster is the way to prepare for this. It is steeper than the Great Pyramid, even though the shaft is shorter, which actually makes the Great Pyramid easier. So what's fascinating about this, and we see it also in the Great Pyramid of Giza, the corbelled structures inside. So you have an entire corbelled shaft. You have another corbelled shaft that looks like the Grand Gallery, that looks like the niche in the Queen's Chamber. And once you go up all of that, the passageway that takes you to the special chamber, but there's another corbelled ceiling there. So this was a very harmonic machine. Saqqara, considered the first pyramid designed by Imhotep. No, not the Imhotep from the Mummy movie. We'll see what adventures await us inside.
So this baseline is completely balanced with north side, and the other base perfect to east. So because it can be a little bit off center, right? No, it is perfect. Big hole, and by the way, it's not the small hole. That hole is 9 by 9. Big hole, we're gonna see it. Look to the top and look to the cobra, all the cobras. This all can be put in one crazy idea, my idea, that we are talking about a huge portal. Because we have so many carvings and paintings and symbols of snakes and cobras in our language, but not all of them mean cobra or snake. No, they mean energy. This piece is in a cone shape. It is wider at the base. So when you try to take it out, it's stuck more, actually stucks more. So you cannot get it out. So any pressure underneath will push this stopper up, so we'll close it more. So that was the case. That's why I call it pressure, like the pressure. If you come and touch this too, touch your finish very rough. But some kind of wax was put here. Granite is almost close to iron. So to have such effect from natural reason, it must be something so strong. This piece, the estimate weight of it, 30 tons, one solid piece of rose granite. Question for you, and I hope you answered the question. Rose granite from which part in Egypt?
Aswan.
Aswan, very good. I used to be a teacher, by the way. I'm a big fan of questions. Where is Aswan? Almost 700 miles south of Cairo. 700. So if they think that they can push this or drag this all the way, even by boats or by anything, this is impossible. Also to go through, look, this of course door is modern, but look, this is the edge of the door jamb, and that is the other door jamb. So the space is, yes, officially wider than the size of the lift, but still not wide enough for hundreds of workers pulling and pushing this, okay, and they have to maneuver to turn right, to turn left. There is no enough space for this number of people. And if we don't have this number of people, it means they cannot carry this, like 30 tons. If I bring 30 men, so each one will carry a ton. Can you carry a ton, Jason? Can any human carry 1 ton? No. Okay, so let's double it. 60 people, each one will carry half a ton. Still no. So this is limestone. Before we continue, the place was closed in 1995 for restoration reasons, and you can see this is what happened and all the iron bars. And it was reopened at 2012. They made a kind of a celebration for the academics, and because I am local person here in the area, I call it my neighborhood, so I invited myself, and I came, and while they were busy with the conference, I came to visit the site, and I found, guess what I found? The chief engineer of the project. He was retired. He was like old enough, I think he was like almost 80 years old. So I met him exactly at this spot. I shook his hand, introduced myself, and I told him, if you can tell me like anything, because we bring tourists here and we need to explain to them what is the story. He told me, son, he put his hand up on my shoulder, said, we don't know anything about this place. So I told him, I know you are a humble person. He said, honestly, we know nothing. Here it is. One solid piece of rose granite weighing almost 70 tons.